What is up, YouTubers, gamers, and fellow hobbyists out there? Welcome to Chill with Pete. This is the coffee break, or in this case, tea break catch-up series where I go through my week. Not in chronological order or anything like that, but just how it's been, ups and downs, and boy, what a week it's been. I go through this in more detail on my paint-alongs. This is kind of just the highlights. What a week I've had. A real roller coaster of a week. It's been mental. Now, where do I start? So many things have happened in one week to me. That's caused a bit of an emotional turmoil within me, if I'm honest. So, start with work. Work has been, it was its usual self, and then one day, usual kind of garbage you get at work, compiled with a load of other stuff that's been going on with me. It was just too much, and I flipped. It came to a head. It's like, I needed to look after my mental health, step away, and I ended up making a bit of a rant on Instagram. But it helped. I've taken it down since, because now I got it out of my system, and I was embarrassed about it. Then I took it down. So I've done that. So I wasn't mentioning names or any specifics. Just I had a real shit day one day. Really shit day. And then to top it off, I found out something about someone I used to look up to. And I had that feeling of, when someone reveals their true colours and they end up showing themselves to not be the person you thought they were. Well, that's what happened to me. And I was in shock. A little bit sad, a little bit angry. Mostly I was disappointed, though. Disappointed. I don't want to go into specifics, and I'm not going to, but I just want to say about it, because it fueled my emotions, particularly that day. I've since thought about it and had to reevaluate myself with how I view it, and move on, basically. I'm just going to take a sip of tea here now. So getting all the negative stuff out of the way. On a plus note, though, with the whole work situation, I've had some good training lately. It's been going well. Starting to find, since my seizure and epilepsy diagnosis, starting to find myself again in work, finding my place, my role, what I'm doing, and how I'm meant to be doing it, and how it works within the greater whole, if you know what I mean, if that makes any sense to you. Apologies if it doesn't, but anyway. So that's been quite good, getting me through the days, as it were. I have actually had a couple of hours, well, I had an hour of hobby the other night in here. Mrs. Minnie was with me. She was doing her stuff, researching, reading through her books and that, and I was here just doing a bit of painting and that was nice. That was really nice, calming, chilling out. And I've discovered, obviously I've got to get stress out of my life. I mean, for everyone it's a bad deal, right? You've got to remove stress, walk away from stress whenever you can. You've got to. Everybody's got something going on in their lives, haven't they? But if you can at all minimize it in any way, shape, or form, no matter how small, you need to do so as quickly as you can, because I think it'll add years to your life, and if you don't, well, it's gonna suck. right, on to more positives. I believe I did well, not unboxing, but I showed you my War of the Rohirrim box set that I got. Well, I've also, during the week, managed to pick up, have delivered the Battle of Osgiliath box set as well. And I think those two box sets, between them, they're gonna give me a real good kickstart into the whole Lord of the Rings tabletop strategy game. And I'm going to use them for scenarios. And I was talking to a friend of mine about this, who thought it was a bit of sacrilege what I was saying. Like, I was saying, oh, you could do what if scenarios. Like, what if the Rohirrim battled these, the soldiers of Minas Tirith? And you can't do that. That's not in the story. I know. I just wondered what would happen, who would win. That kind of. And so so they think I shouldn't do that, but I want to do that because I'm curious. Why not? Maybe we could do some even small, like micro skirmish things. Who would win 5-on-5? 5-a-side kind of thing. Like a sort of kill team version of Lord of the Rings. I don't know. I have yet to see all that, but I have the joy of building and painting the sets first, and I've also got a set of Osgiliath ruins as well to go with the ruins that come with the set. So when I set my table up, it's going to be quite good and strategic. I'll have a lot of terrain to maneuver around, so that'll be good. I've also got extra for the Rohirrim set. I've also got extra Rohirrim soldiers and tribe hillsmen for both sides of that set to kind of bolster that. I've got more orcs that I can add to the Osgiliath, and I've got a box of Minas Tirith soldiers. So I'm good to go, baby. All good to go. Been painting some of my metal miniatures during the week, which is what I was working on, and just finding joy in doing that. Setting up my table for the D&D campaign, and of course painting my alien that my daughter made for me to go in my alien in a jar, which it's gonna happen. I don't know when, but it is going to happen. Once I paint it up, I can then work out the logistics of how I suspend it in a jar whilst pouring resin around it to kind of keep it upright. I'm hoping I can hold it in the sun for a few seconds to kind of just start the process of it hardening, and not just enough for it to stand on its own. It'd be nice if it would float, but I don't think it's going to. But even if it just stands upright, will be enough for me. I feel. If not, I'm okay with that as well. But if I can get it to stand up in the jar, I would like that a lot, immensely, in fact. So, yeah. Now I just get this is the jar. And I just put some LED lighting in here, just a little battery-powered, simple setup thing, and pop it on. Away I go. That'll be my little light for the corner, my little spooky light. That'd be cool. And that'll go on my nostalgia shelf as well, because it's nothing nostalgic about it other than something my daughter did for me to make for me so that I could paint it up and do that. I was going to have a go at making it myself, but I thought I'll make a total hash of it, and so she did that for me. So that's cool. That's cool. We've had some good successes with Dylan with his training this week. He had, I don't remember which day it was, a couple of days ago, I think, his best week, or his best day since we've had him. He was sublime. He was like role model dog. Whereas before he would lose his mind with other dogs, and his prey drive was on overdrive, and he did so well. He walked amongst like a trio of dogs either side of him. He didn't bat an eyelid, and one of them barked at him, and he ignored it completely. I was so proud of him. He was so good, just so good. And I'm like, yeah, boy, that's the way. He has his ups and downs, but overall, the graph is going on the up. It has done since we engaged a trainer and dog behaviorist, canine behaviorists. Now we have the tools to manage him and his training ourselves, which is great. Yeah, I think when you get a young dog like that, it's worth doing if you're prepared to keep up the lessons yourself. If you don't, you're just chucking your money away. And that's the trouble with a lot of people. They go for a few lessons or they have a few training sessions with a dog trainer and they go, that's rubbish, it don't work, blah, whatever. But you got to listen to what they're telling you. They're training you as much as the dog. You have to be doing certain things on a daily basis to make sure you instill these behaviors into your dog. Look at me, I'm sounding like a bloody canine behaviorist now. But it does work. It really does work. Reward the good behaviors. That's what you got to do. That is literally it. Right, so what else? Well, I bought some paint today because it's Friday. And I just bought a few shade washes that I use a lot of, like Null Oil and Agric Surf Shade. The ones you go through a lot. Couple of paints that I'm getting low on, like Gilliman Flesh for the contrast side. Can't believe how much of that I've used since I got it. A couple of others. I think there were 6 paints altogether. And sorry, I'm trying not to yawn. Difficult. Have to edit it out. Nice sunny day here today, which is glorious. Last week, my sister and my ex-sister-in-law came up to see me. Can't believe it's been a week already. Yeah, it's so nuts. That is absolutely nuts. I thought I would do this chill here. Like sometimes I do them in that corner, and I love the aesthetic of that. I really do. But I wanted to do it here today because of the whole the way I sort of had such a low ebb this last week at one point. It was ridiculous. And I'm not making excuses here, but the medication I'm on for the seizures doesn't help. Because one of the things it makes you angry, feel angry. That same feeling when you're angry, like I'll tell you exactly what it feels like. It feels like road rage. Is that if any of you have experienced road rage and how you feel it rise, it's like that. It's one of the most common side effects of the drug levetiracetam, and I'm on quite a high dosage of it. And I'm gradually dealing with it, finding ways to cope in society. That makes me sound more than a little strange. It can make you more outspoken, more I feel this need to vent, no matter who it is. Yeah, I might have raised a couple of eyebrows lately. But I'm gradually, I'm hoping so anyway. I think I'm coming back to the calm. I used to be so laid back. At some points you think, what's happening to me, and it's just the meds, mate. It's one of those things. I feel I'm quite good with adapting to medication. To start with, I feel the effects of some of the things it can put you through in a big way, but I can adapt to them. I'm not saying I can eliminate them. But I sort of adapt quite well. For instance, my MS medication used to make me feel very nauseous. I was sick as a pig. Strange saying, isn't it? Um, but yeah, I was so sick to the point of I ended up phoning up my MS nurse saying, "Oh, I can't do this. I don't care. It just makes me feel too sick. So persevere with it. Just persevere to the end of the week. And then we'll have a look, see if there's anything else we can do. Not that there was at that time, because there wasn't much in the way of treatment. But so I did. That's during that week I accidentally discovered that goat's milk, having a glass of goat's milk with the medication, stopped me feeling sick. And then over the years, as the years went by, I was able to take it without the goat's milk. But initially, it was goat's milk. Stopped me feeling sick. Didn't work with ordinary milk, but goat's milk it did. I quite like goat's milk as it happens. I think I just bought it one day just to see what it was like, and I ended up taking it. I needed to take my medication in the morning. So I'll just have a glass of that, just nothing else to hand. And I just was expecting this wave of nausea to come over me like normal, but it didn't. I was like, wow, I wonder if it's this goat's milk. So I'll try it again tomorrow. I tried it again and again, no nausea, and again and again and again. Just kept on drinking the goat's milk, and I was fine. And then I was scared to come off it to take it like with another drink or water or whatever. But I did, and I felt a little bit queasy, but it was okay. It was passable. I wasn't actually passing vomit or anything like that. I wasn't vomiting as such, but I was just feeling queasy. I could live with that, I suppose. But that gradually died down, and now it's just nothing now. Just take the meds, off I go. But I'm on. I remember the days when I didn't take any medication at all. I seem to be on a load now. Yeah, yeah. It's cost me a fortune over the years, all the different meds I have. But it's only now, since I've been diagnosed with epilepsy, that's one of the few conditions where you don't have to pay for your prescriptions, which, it's about time, because I've spent a fortune on meds over the years. An absolute fortune. But what do you do? Yeah. How long have I been boring your ears off? No, nearly 19 minutes. Well, is there anything else gaming hobby wise to update you on? Oh, I'm working on a new memory lane video at the moment. 5 games I loved on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. So I'm hoping I might get it complete next week. I might do. No promises, but I might. And that's going to start off another 5 games I loved on it, because there were thousands of games on that machine. Everybody's experience with it is different, so it's nice to see different points of view on different games that shaped your childhood, and the memories you have with that. So that's good. So, oh yes, and of course, my spare camera arrived. Or was it the week before? Might have been the week before. I can't remember. But the same model as the one I'm using to film this with, and the very first camera, not the very first camera, but the very first camera I got to do decent quality videos with, my first Sony camera. So I got 3 of them now, and that's good. I did make the mistake of buying a non-branded camera again, just to see if it was any good. It was boasting this, that, and the other, and it turned out to be a pile of crap. So I just got rid of it. I don't need that in my life. I got rid of it, and yeah, so things are better now. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I think I'm doing okay. yeah, the weather certainly helps. Being brighter and sunnier makes you feel just makes you feel better, doesn't it, when it's sunny? And going for the walk when I wake up in the morning. So I get up at 5:45 every morning. Get ready, take Dylan out, and of course now it's so much lighter. We don't need torches to go around anywhere wherever we're going, because we were having to use torches because we couldn't see a blooming thing in some places where we would take him. He's got like his favourite and his usual routine walks. Tomorrow, however, we're going to go down to the beach in the morning, not quite so early because it's the weekend. He seems to kind of get it every so often. There's going to be a couple of days where we all get up a little bit later because our times change, and he seems to be getting used to that. Just say, "Oh, it's the weekend, buddy." We're getting up a bit later today, and he's like, all right then, and he seems okay with that. Yeah, but we're going to go down to the beach tomorrow and let him run around on there because he loves the beach. He loves the seafront. I don't think he knows what to make of the sea. I don't think, judging by the way he acts, I don't think he's ever seen the sea before he came to live here. He likes seaweed. He seems fascinated by seaweed. And just genuinely running around and having a good time. He just likes it. It's good. It's good exposure for him, and it's a longer walk for us. We come back and we just chill out, sit in bed. When we come back, we have a shower, sit in bed, have a coffee, and just chill. Actually, it's when we do a lot of editing work on Mrs. Minnie Warzone's book. We usually do that. I usually go through chapters and yeah, we have a good time. We've kind of got a system going, so I'm looking forward to when that one comes out. That's gonna be this year, one way or the other. It's just gonna be fantastic, and yeah, I'm quite excited for it. Really, it's a great. It's a new series, so it's set in the same universe. So it's just a great move. Set here where we live. Awesome. Anyway, stop talking about that. So this is my chill video. Thank you for being with me on this. When I just sit here, I see how I feel calm. This is my Zen area, as I'm sure your hobbies help you in various ways. Just being around my stuff envelops me with like a cloak of calming, and I love it. I just love it. It's fantastic. Tea. Still got quite a lot left. Not quite so much now because it cools down quite quickly when you start drinking it, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm thinking of doing a on the bench episode as well. If I could get an hour done on these miniatures, that'd be really cool. Oh, I've had a bit of a tidy up around my hobby studio, as it were. My hobby room. It's had a bit of a tidy up. Nothing drastic, just put a few things away. Able to get like my magazines away and able to get some boxes off the floor space, which is good. Don't want the trip hazard of that. And yeah, I've got to go through some role playing books. I'm looking for a particular book. I don't remember if I've got it or not, and I might need it for my campaign, so I need to go through them, start digging out. Obviously not going to use them all. Pick out which ones I want to use, at least for the start of the campaign. Do you know what I mean? What I might need, that kind of thing, and that's kind of fun to do as well. It's a real fun thing to do. So yeah, I'm all good with that, and that's about it. That's about it for my week, without going into too much depth. So it's been shitty. It's been good as well because I've got stuff arrived, and that cheered me up, And in amongst the box sets and all that kind of thing, I get the odd like metal miniature that I saw, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'll pick that one up as well. Add that to the collection. You know, you never know when you might need one of those in a role playing game, whether it's a monster or a more of a character, you know, or whatever you think. Town guard, sheriff, you know, thief, wizard. I see a model and I think, oh, that would, yeah, I can visualize that in a game. You know, I could do something with that. You know, and yeah, I think it's cool. And that's it, guys. Thanks ever so much for watching this episode of Chill with Pete. Don't know what the hell I'm going to call it. Rollercoaster week. Yeah, that might be good. Rollercoaster week. Because it really has been up and down. I hope you've had a good week, guys. I wish you all the joy and happiness. I hope you're having a good time with your hobbies and your lives in general. If you're not, well, I hope things get better soon. Thanks for watching. Do remember all brushes lead to water, and I'll see you on another video. Bye for now. Bye-bye.